Well, hey Cove, it's Pastor Dan. It is time for a Wednesday midweek update. It is kind of noontime on Wednesday. I'm here at the Cove, out in the field by the cross once again. Ann is having another studio day with her artwork, so it's just me again. The campus has been noisy this morning with our great landscape crew, our volunteers that just keep our place looking so great. So grateful for them. And now the ASAP program kids have been arriving after their part day at school. So a lot of activity at the Cove on this particular day. I mentioned in the Sunday sermon how fun it's been for me as I've gone on runs or bike rides to swing by the West 9th Street Rookery, those trees and the median on 9th Street that have the huge great herons and the egrets that come back every spring to put their nests and start raising their kids, and squawking a lot and making a lot of noise, a lot of smell, a lot of photographers. So it's kind of a hubbub over there, but I'm really kind of captivated by them, not only by their beauty, but just this instinct that they have to return each year because somehow and in some way they know what they need. They know what they need, and they return to get it. So I was thinking about that because this week I've been in conversation with people just thinking about things kind of starting up again here in Sonoma County. Our numbers are better, things are opening more and more, which is fun. We've been waiting and waiting for it. We've had worship indoors once, and we'll do that again in some future weeks. So things are on the upswing there. But I've also had this very interesting conversation with maybe 8 or 10 people in the last week or two, and that is that they've shared with me that one of the unexpected benefits of this COVID sort of lockdown time, when we're unable to do things that we usually do, has been that their schedules quieted. The flurry of activity hasn't always been at the same level, and they just have had more space and more time, and they have found that they just really enjoy that. More time to reflect, more time to pray, and just not be at such a hectic pace. And a number of these people have said, I'm worried that when things open up again, I'll lose that, and I don't want to lose it. So kind of like those birds. These are people who know what they need. And I think the truth is that we all need those things that they're a little afraid of losing. We need time to reflect, to think about what's going on in our lives and what's significant and what we want to be intentional about. We need time to pray, to not only bring our cares and concerns and thanks to God, but also to listen for God's voice on a regular basis. I think we know what we need. And so maybe this is a good time for you to institute some practices, maybe some fresh practices, to make sure that as things begin to amp back up, that you hold on to what you know you need. One of the things I've been reading is a book of prayers that come out of the spiritual exercises of Saint Ignatius, the Ignatian exercises. And a big part of that is what they call a prayer of Examen. Now there's many more formal ways to go about a prayer of Examen, and there's pages and pages and books written on it. But I'm just giving you something that's super simple here. And the encouragement to maybe try this some evenings this week, maybe even maybe the last thing before bed. And my little acronym for it is ITST. ITST. So a prayer of Examen with that as an acronym could look like this. First, you simply invite God's presence into that 5 or 10 minutes before bed. You just invite God's presence. That's the I. Lord, I'm inviting you. I'm welcoming you here. The T is a Thanksgiving, just waving to some neighborhood kids going by. The T is some prayers of thanksgiving. So walking back through your day mentally, and think about the things that have happened, the events that have occurred, the places you've been, the people you've been with, and just one by one, just giving thanks to God for those things or those people. So I invite God's presence. T, thank God. And then S would have to do with seeing the presence of God. So as you walk back through your day, where is it? Maybe a place, maybe a big thing, maybe a small thing, where you have seen or sensed God's presence. That's the S. Where have you seen the presence of God? So I is inviting God's presence into your time. T is giving thanks for things during the day. S is seeing the presence of God. Where have you seen the presence of God? And then finally, the T on the end is just committing the day tomorrow to the Lord. So ITST, invite, thank, where have you sensed or seen, and tomorrow. And it's very simple. It would take you maybe 5 or 10 minutes, but I think it might be a great thing to kind of lock in right now, that you would end each day with a chance to be in God's presence and just to reflect and pray over that one day. So that's my invitation to you. I don't have much newsworthy. We're still talking a lot about the upcoming women's event in May, the men's retreat in June. This weekend, again, is supposed to be a stunningly beautiful weekend. So we're going to worship outside again as we continue to sort out some sound issues on live stream when we're indoors. And we're making some headway on that. But this weekend we'll be, again, outside. So bring a lawn chair, bring a mask, and we will worship in the south parking lot, and it'll be great to see you. God bless and have a great week.